Hello everybody and welcome to SnackTube. You may be familiar with the brand Snacksters. They have their stuff in a few different stores, Iceland in particular, or the Food Warehouse, whichever one you fancy. And their packaging is very reminiscent of a certain famous fast food franchise that sells burgers and chicken strips and chicken nuggets. I'm pretty sure you know the one I'm talking about. Yeah, and they have a lot of different things, and I found this in the fridge in B&M, so I figured we would give it a try because this is quite different from all the other Snackster stuff I've had. This is an all-day breakfast deep fill. Yeah, so this is the Snacksters all-deep breakfast. It says all-deep breakfast? All-day breakfast. It says it's cooked sausage and bacon pieces with egg and mayonnaise on a soft white sub roll. So yeah, I've never seen any of their stuff in the fridge before that I can remember. Maybe I've seen maybe they have a kebab in the fridge. I can't remember. Maybe one or two things. But they have a lot of frozen stuff, and a lot of it is burgers. There's chicken strips. There's nuggets. They also do like wraps and things as well, and it's all microwavable. This you can actually eat hot or cold. So I'm just going to eat it cold because it doesn't actually have any instructions on the packaging for how to heat it up. I checked earlier and I couldn't find any, so I don't want to wing it. I'm just going to eat it cold, seen as you can. So yeah, Snacksters. I've reviewed a few Snacksters things on the channel before. I think I did one of their wraps, and I've probably done a couple of their burgers. I don't know, if I can find any, I'll put them in the cards at the top of the video, so feel free to check those out as well. Or just, you know, search for them yourself. Don't be lazy. Yeah. Alright, well, let's read a little bit about this bad boy. So it's deep fill. You can eat it hot or cold. Used by the 27th of April, which as of filming this video is 4 days away. 5 days maybe? Yes, yeah, 5 days away. So it's not got a hugely long shelf life, but that's good. That means it's reasonably fresh. Not too many preservatives. So yeah, it's in a plastic packaging. There's basically just a info on the back. So let's read a bit about it then, shall we? So, all-day breakfast sub, hard-boiled egg and cooked bacon pieces in mayonnaise with cooked pork sausage on a white sub roll, served with tomato ketchup sachet. Lovely. There's your list of ingredients if you want to pause the video and flip it and whatever and have a read of those. But safe to say, there is a lot of them. It's 27% cooked pork sausages. It seems like a reasonable amount. A quarter of it is sausages. I like that. Allergy advice, let's see. So, see ingredients in bold. You've got wheat, it's a roll obviously, sulfites and eggs, mustard as well. May also contain sesame and soya. So if you've got any of those allergies, be warned. Nutritional information, right. This thing, I think it's only got per 100 grams. How much grams is this thing? Yeah, it's not helpful. It doesn't say anywhere how many grams this actually is. So yeah, you'd need to wait. I'm not breaking the scales out. So let's just go with what it says on here. Typical values per 100 grams. 284 calories, seems fair enough. Fat 9.6 grams, of which 2.9 is saturates. 40 grams carbs, of which 4.2 is sugar. 1.5 grams fiber, 9.6 grams protein, and 1.4 grams of salt. So that seems to be reasonably high in the fat, the saturates, the salt, and the carbs. But calorie-wise, not too bad. Although this is definitely going to be more than 100 grams, but I don't have scales in this room, and I'm not going to go and get my scales that I've got. Cool. Storage instructions, yeah, in a fridge, that makes sense. Although every care is taken to remove all bones and eggshell, some may remain. Ooh. And if you want to complain, you can send your complaints to an address in Preston, Summit Foods. Right, let's break this bad boy open and see what it's like. Does it smell like eggy farts? We will find out. Tough to get into, so it's got a good seal, which is good. Rid of the packet. Doesn't really smell of anything. The bottom of the roll feels a little bit soggy. Guess I'll open up the roll and show you. So there's the roll. Open it up. Yeah, you got two halves of sausages, so it's basically one sausage, and there's some egg bacon mayo in there. It looks a bit sad, doesn't it? But it also comes with a wee sachet of ketchup. So let's give that a look. Let's give that a wee taste. Put that in our roll. So let's get it on there. Ooh. Sauce it up. Getting a little sassy. Kind of don't like the way the sausages have been rolled out because it looks like half of this bun has no sausage on it, which means I'm just going to get a mouthful of what is mainly bread because it doesn't look like the egg has been spread out particularly well either. Right, there we go. All reasonably well contained within the roll. This is going to be very bready. All right, let's do it then. So this is a Snacksters all-day breakfast sub roll. Let's give it the old taste test then, shall we? Can't believe they call it a deep fill. Yeah, right. Oh my, that bread is really, really dry. Oh man. I need to get a bit of the way down it so I can actually reach the egg. That first bite barely had anything in it. A bit of sausage, maybe a bit of ketchup, but really no egg in that original bite. There's no butter on the bread, which I normally don't do, to be fair. With packaged sandwiches, they don't tend to put butter on them. Mayo, normally, or if they're something saucy, they'll put some other kind of sauce on them. Well, that is very shit. Do excuse my language. That is very boring. I mean, it's reasonably inoffensive, I would say. You know, it doesn't taste disgusting or anything. It doesn't really taste of much. The sausages are a bit bland. Slight porkiness to them, but no real flavour. Texture's fine. They're not like mushy sausages or anything. They've got a good bit of bite, so give them that. The ketchup is like cheap, generic ketchup, which kind of gets lost a bit actually now in the bread. Most of it does get lost in the bread. There's like the bread is too much. They call it a deep fill. Deep fill. Would you describe that as deep fill? Would you shite? That is very disappointing as far as a deep filling goes. I mean, at least you could tell looking through the packet it wasn't in like a box where you couldn't see that it had basically no filling in it. So I partly blame myself for that one, you know. But I did only buy it for you guys. I didn't buy it because I particularly wanted it. I bought it so that you guys don't have to. And I would suggest you don't. This is pretty terrible. I mean, there's egg, mayo, bacon in there. It's not very mayo-y. There's barely any egg. And if there is bacon in there, I'm not tasting it. I mean, look, if I take that bit of sausage off, that's the amount of egg mayo that they put on it. It's like a smattering. There's like no egg on that whatsoever, barely at all. It's stingy, very, very stingy. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it some marks, because, you know, it's edible. It's not like it tastes disgusting. I feel like the sausages could have been a lot cheaper in something like this, because sometimes you get really, really cheap sausages and they just taste like chemicals and they're disgusting. Those sausages are okay. They've got the right texture. They've got a decent texture. They just don't really have a lot of flavour. There's like the egg mayo thing, egg and bacon mayo thing, might as well not be there because there's barely any of it. It's like someone's put a tiny wee teaspoon of it and then smeared it across the whole roll. It's shocking how little filling there actually is in here. It is mainly bread. And they call that a deep fill. I think that should be done for false advertising. Deep fill, right. It's sad. It's very, very sad. Makes me quite angry, actually. Oh, I'm just in one of those moods today. But yeah. Yeah, boring, bland, not enough filling, dry bread. Just overall, a very poor experience. And I wouldn't knock Snacksters too much because I do like some of their stuff. I do like some of their microwavable burgers and that. So they're not a terrible brand altogether, but that certainly is a terrible, terrible item. Well, there you go. Well, thanks very much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the wee bell to get notifications anytime a new video comes out. And of course, let me know in the comments what stuff from Snacksters you've tried. Is there anything that you would like me to try on the channel for you guys to see what it's like? Snacksters are reasonably easy for me to come by. I usually just get them out of Iceland, so I will find them here and there. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this one. It's very, very poor. I mean, just buy a packet of sausages and some eggs and make a nice sausage and egg butty like that. That is pish. It's just jobby. It is mince. It is rubbish. Rubbish. Well, thanks very much, guys. Hope you all have yourselves a fantastic day, and I will catch you on the flip side. See you later.